Hello everyone, this is the 5-minute reviewer. Today I'm going to review this 2020 turn-based strategy game called Star Renegades. Is it fun? Is it worth playing? Find out in 5 minutes. I would like to begin by describing the story. Star Renegade is a sci-fi adventure taking place when the heroes have failed to stop this multiversal trap. So in order to stop this multiversal trap, they have to take the knowledge of their previous failures and jump into an alternate universe or timeline to gather enough heroes, enough resources, and defeat the multiversal trap. Now, this story will repeat itself over and over again as you will find yourself failing in your first initial runs, and then finally jumping into the favorable timeline where you are actually able to defeat the multiversal trap. Now, this is without saying that the game is actually quite hard, and I'll cover more in the gameplay section afterwards. Now I'd like to move on to the sights and sounds of the game. As you can see from the game, it takes a very retro approach when it comes to graphics. Every character looks like it comes from an 8-bit video game. However, in this case it works because every character, especially your heroes, look unique. For instance, there's a hero which is obviously inspired from the Space Marines of 40k and StarCraft. And also my personal favorite, a hero based on Star-Lord from the Marvel universe. And also he takes inspiration from Han Solo of the Star Wars universe. And that guy, the Saboteur class, is my favorite character in this game. And the game sounds good. Every attack sounds different, and you can tell when the shields are being powered down and when the health is being depleted. So I would say this game does top notch in the sound department. And to give you a preview of the sound, I will stop talking for the next few seconds. As you can see that the sound does a decent job in conveying the information to you, the player, on what is happening. Let me describe the gameplay loop as the last part of my review. The gameplay is very simple. You explore a giant map, and every sector you go to, you have a chance to make a combat encounter or an exploratory trip. But regardless of what you do, you can explore about at most 3 sectors a day. And at the end of the day, you are forced to do an obligatory campfire. Now, this campfire is one of the more important features of the game, which is that you get to build relationship between characters. And of course, if they are closer in relationship, you get combat buffs. And you may even have children which inherit certain skills from their parents. Furthermore, it's also a time where you get to rest and recover your character's shields and energy in between the battles, so you are better prepared for the next mission. And of course, with any tactical RPG in the games, there'll be times where you get to pick up gear either by buying or through exploration, and you get to choose to upgrade your characters so that they are better ready to fight the next difficult enemy. Combat is also done artfully. Every turn you get to decide whether you want to focus your attacks on one enemy to wipe them out as soon as possible, or alternatively you can choose to delay their turn so that in the next turn you have sufficient time to pool enough resources to take them out in one strike. The combat by far is the most fun part about this game, so I do find myself coming back to it over and over again. And bear in mind that the levels are procedurally generated, which means that you never have the same experience twice when playing the game, other than the starting levels, of course. So all in all, I give Star Renegades a good score of 8/10. Now, the reason why is because I feel that the cast of characters is very limited, and I kind of wish I had more characters to play with. And second thing is, I have experienced slowdown and crashes on the Nintendo Switch, and I feel it's not really optimized for the platform I am playing on. But that said, I must say that Star Renegade is one of the best tactical RPGs I have ever played. So I highly recommend this product, and I hope you also get to enjoy this game yourself. It's available on both Steam and the Nintendo Switch. Take care everyone and have a nice day.